Championship relegation is what we're talking about now at Wheeler Bet with me, Chris Graham, and Sporting Bet's Marco here. How are you doing? We're looking at who will go down to League One. Barnsley, strong favourites here, market 6-4. Then we've got Peterborough under Dan Ferguson, of course, at 2-1. And Crystal Palace and Bristol City, both Scottish managers, at 130 each. Any of those four you think might go down?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I'd completely rule out Crystal Palace. I think they're very unfairly being put down at 130, considering the season they just had. Dougie Freedman pretty much proved himself as a manager against all the odds and against myself as well. He's made them very, very hard to beat. A solid team at the back, and if you're solid defensively, you're always likely to get results. You're going to grind out some draws, victories here and there. So I'd rule out Palace. I think there are question marks over Bristol City and Peterborough, but again, I'm not swayed by the price. Whereas I'm going to completely contradict myself and say Barnsley, we're top price here at Sporting Bet, 6-4 on Barnsley going down, and they are going down in my eyes. And I had Coventry at a similar price, I think, last season to go down, and they did, didn't they? But I think Barnsley are the anti-post price here at 6-4 to go down relegation. Keith Hill did very well with a small budget last season, but it's fair to say two players stood out for them all season: Ricky Vaz-Tay and Jacob Butterfield. Ricky Vaz-Tay left for West Ham towards the end of last season, and Butterfield got a serious knee injury from a horrific tackle by, I can't remember the guy's name, Leeds player. But anyway, since those two left and were out of the team, I've got it down here. They picked up 9 points from their final 18 games. That's without those two in the team. Hill's really tried to plug the gap since the two of them are left this summer. They've made some very, very strange and odd signings. I can't really work for the life out of me why Mido's been signed for Barnsley. I think that's just going to end in tears. The balance just isn't right. Yes, bound to. The balance just isn't right with Barnsley, and at 6-4, I think they're nailed on relegation favourites, and that's where my money's going straight away.
Just one of that foursome that I mentioned. So who else? Give us another one. You've got a big price one, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got two really at 6-1. I'll start with Watford, which themselves and Nottingham Forest have seen the most money with us in the outright and promotion markets this summer, mainly because of the takeovers, the new ownership, and I can sort of see why with Nottingham Forest. I think they've got a shrewd guy in Sean O'Driscoll, but Watford have done the complete opposite and got rid of Sean Dyche, who did a fantastic, remarkable job last season. I actually tipped them to be relegated last year, and fair play to Sean Dyche and Watford. They brought in Gianfranco Zola, or should I say the Pozzo family. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that, if it's correct. They brought in Gianfranco Zola, who I really don't rate at all. He's already suffered relegation in his career, of course, with West Ham. And there's too many unknowns coming through the door here from their other clubs in Granada and Udinese in Italy and Spain. They've got this ownership in these three countries, and they're sort of sending players all around these clubs. I've never heard of half of them, and I don't know who they are. I think the Championship is going to be a completely new environment for them all. And of course, I think if you're a Watford fan, you still remember Gianluca Vialli and the debacle when he was in charge. I think those memories are still in Watford fans' minds, and at 6-1, I think that's a big price for a team that could easily go down the other way.
Who else?
Charlton.
Charlton? You were all over Charlton last year. No, you're against them.
I was against Charlton last year.
You don't like that. You don't like them, do you?
I do like the Charlton. I'd like to see them do well as well, but at 6-1 to be relegated, which is too big for me. I was reading reports that Chris Powell's very much frustrated by being unable to strengthen the squad. There's problems at boardroom level there. He's not getting the budget he wants. The squad's very much filled with League 1, League 2 players, quality League 1, League 2 players I should say, but players who haven't experienced the Championship football, and I think there's a bit of ongoing uncertainty just around the club at the moment about what they're really going to do. And okay, teams who have come up from League 1 have got a good record in Championship, you can't deny that, but I think at 6-1 it's just too big, and I'll have Charlton and Watford at the same price.
So your three go down then?
Barnsley 6-4, Watford 6-1, Charlton 6-1.